Welcome back to the deep dive. So, today we're doing a bit of a crash course, really getting into the weeds on some integration tech.
Yeah, we're looking at the source details for a very specific bit of kit.
Right, this Kramer WP-SW2-EN7 AV over IP wall plate encoder. We're going to look at how it pushes pixels and, the whole support system around it.
Exactly. And the sources point us towards HDTV Supply, Inc. as the vendor. So we're seeing it through their lens, how they position it.
Not consumer gear. This is for the pros, the system integrators.
Definitely infrastructure level. It's all about that core problem. How do you get, high-res 4K video across the building without ripping out walls for new cables?
Okay, let's unpack that. The headline feature seems to be streaming up to 4K resolution at 60 frames per second.
Yeah, 4K 60.
But over a standard 1 gigabit network,
Yeah.
that sounds, well, tight.
Yeah.
How does that actually work?
Well, that's where the engineering comes in, the smart compromise. The specs mention 4.2.0 chroma subsampling.
Okay, what does that mean in plain English?
Think of it like selective compression for video. Your eyes care more about brightness than subtle color shifts, right?
Oh.
So 4.2.0 basically prioritizes that brightness info and kind of dials back some of the color detail. It saves a ton of bandwidth.
Ah, got it. So that's the trick to fitting 4K 60 onto a 1G connection.
Exactly. It's essential for hitting that performance target within, existing cost-effective network infrastructure.
So perfect for maybe general conference rooms, digital signage.
Yeah.
Places where super critical color accuracy isn't the absolute priority.
Precisely. Speed and smoothness are king there. But what if you do need better color, like for HDR?
Yeah, good question. Does it handle HDR?
It does, yeah. The sources say it supports HDR10, but, and here's the trade-off again, you have to drop the frame rate
To what?
down to 4K at 30 hertz, so slower frame rate.
Okay.
But doing that lets it use a better format, 4.2.2 with 12-bit color. Much richer, deeper colors needed for real HDR content.
So it's versatile, speed or quality, depending on the
Yeah,
sound.
they give you options.
What also jumps out is how integrated it is. It's a US 2-gang wall plate. It's meant to be built in.
Yeah, disappears right into the wall. Makes for a clean install.
And it supports PoE, power over Ethernet. It's huge, right?
Oh, absolutely. One cable for data and power. For installers, that simplifies things massively. No need for a separate power outlet near the plate. Really low. The spec sheet says just 6 watts.
Wow, 6 watts. If you're rolling out hundreds of these, say, across a university campus.
Exactly. That low power draw adds up. It simplifies your overall power budget, your cooling requirements. It's a big deal for large-scale deployments.
Makes sense. And connectivity. What inputs does it take?
It's got one HDMI and one USB Type-C, so it covers your bases from traditional desktops to newer laptops and devices.
Okay. And for the integrators needing control.
There's legacy support, too. You've got RS-232 for older control systems.
Still important some installs.
Definitely. And there's also a 3.5 mil jack for bringing in analog audio. You can embed that right into the stream.
Vice catch. And scaling. Can it handle big systems?
Yeah, it supports both unicast sending to one specific receiver and multicast.
Meaning it can send the stream to, potentially hundreds of receivers at once.
Exactly. Flood the whole network if needed. Essential for large digital signage or, campus-wide broadcasts.
Okay, so the hardware seems pretty robust, very targeted.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the vendor, HDTV Supply.
Right. The sources make a point of highlighting their history. They call them a 24-year global home for audio and video products.
24 years is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a long time in the tech world. Shows stability.
For sure. And they mention certifications rated as an exceptional top quality store by Google Shopping. They have registered trademarks too, Wolfpack and Wolfpad. They're established.
And in the enterprise AV space, that longevity, that reputation,
Yeah.
it really matters, doesn't it?
It's crucial. You're not just buying a box, you're buying into an ecosystem, into long-term support, especially for critical infrastructure.
Speaking of buying, what about the commercials? The price?
Okay, so the listing shows it as in stock. The price is $1,416.
Which is down from the MSRP.
Yeah, MSRP listed is $1,770. And there's apparently an extra 10% off code, too. 10% off.
Okay, so there are some incentives. And shipping. Warranty.
Free shipping is mentioned. And this is significant. A 7-year Kramer warranty.
7 years. Wow. That's quite a commitment.
It really is. Connect that back to the vendor's 24-year history if you're an integrator planning a big project.
You want that peace of mind. That warranty likely outlasts the typical IT refresh cycle for surrounding gear.
Exactly. It reduces the risk significantly.
Yeah.
That long-term backing is probably a major selling point for these kinds of mission-critical deployments.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's try and summarize for everyone listening. What are the key things to take away here?
Well, I think two main things stand out. First, the tech itself. It's a clever solution for getting 4K video over standard 1G networks using that 4.2.0 compression for 60 hertz or trading speed for HDR quality at 30 hertz.
Right, the performance balancing act. And second
is the package it comes in. The wall plate design, the low power draw via PoE, the scalability. It's clearly built for large integrated systems.
and backed by a vendor with a long track record and a really solid warranty.
Yeah, that combination of tech and support.
So wrapping up, here's something to chew on maybe.
Okay.
The product features list in the sources. It specifically calls out things like robust security, simple planning and rule out. And this is interesting, TA compliant.
TA compliance. That's usually related to government procurement, right? Stuff approved for sale to the U.S. federal government.
Exactly. So given that specific mention, alongside the security and rollout features,
Yeah.
how does knowing this might be targeted towards, say, government or high security projects change how you think about this piece of AV gear? What does that TAA detail really tell you about its intended market?
That's a great question to ponder. It adds another layer to who needs this specific blend of features.